We're going to do a brief video on USDCAD, that's USDCAD Analysis, the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, and we're looking at cash currencies. We've got a daily chart here with 3 moving averages. We've got a green 5-day, a red 20-day, and a blue 200-day moving average. Let's go back and see what's been going on with this US dollar versus Canadian dollar, or USDCAD. And we can see back here in June of 21, we were still in a bear market on this currency, and we rallied up nicely, respecting the 20-day moving average to the 200-day. Now, the 200-day was making a much steeper bottom than you would expect, and it comes. Normally, these 200 days are very kind of sweeping, but this one was trading much more like a 50 or 100-day moving average, even a 40-day moving average. And the currency came up, bounced back around it a few times, then closed decisively above it. That was your first clue that this market was probably ending its bear market. The slope was changing on this 200-day, as you see through here, and we got decisive closes and then support right here. Now, we rallied up, we broke through it again, respected the 20-day moving average beautifully, but we came back through it, respected the 20-day to the upside, and made a nice little rally. Again, come back down, respects the 200-day, the 20-day was respected on the downside, and moved into this period from January of 2022 to the end of January till about the end or third week or so, actually the end of March-ish, right around the end of March 2022. You saw this consolidation movement here. If you take a look at the totality of the move, this was distribution and profit taking. We got a bottom in the bear market, a decent rally, and then people figure, hey, this is over. We've made a slight new top, sold off, and they're getting out. So you had a lot of people get out right here in this February to March 2002 level. Then you'll see we sold off very aggressively closed below the 200-day moving average, but couldn't become a bear market. Again, look at the slope on the 200-day. You clearly see a bottoming out. This is unusual to see a 200-day bottom out in this kind of short period of time. So the 200-day was now sloping up as the price violated it. So that was going to tip off a lot of savvy traders that, hey, maybe this bear market's over. And in fact, I would say this is now firmly in a bull market for this currency. You can see, yes, we're violating the 200-day, but we're holding higher bottoms through here. Through June of 2022, we've held 2 higher bottoms from the low of April. We're not getting much. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it's not a pretty looking chart. The volatility is crazy. In terms of the way it looks, I'm not really so sure that it's that volatile, but the way it looks, it's a crazy looking chart in terms of volatility, but it is sloping up, and we are decisively now above the 200-day moving average. So this stock's in a bull market now. It's not a great bull market. It's still in what I call sideways in sections. You can see from December 21 to April 22, we were oscillating around 1.27. This last period from roughly April of 22 to, let's just call it mid-August, we were oscillating kind of roughly around 1.28. So we've definitely been oscillating back and forth through some reasonably predictable ranges for about 9 months. What I think is probably going to happen is you're probably going to have that continue. You're probably going to continue to get oscillation around the 1.29 level. That'd be my best guess. Now, that assumes we don't get a runaway here with support of the 20-day. The way I look at this, several things could happen. All in my opinion, all for entertainment purposes only. But I suspect you're going to get more of this sideways movement, but probably staying above the 200-day moving average. We're in a bull market on this, but not a raging bull market. And so it's kind of a hybrid sideways, but above the 200-day. So we're technically not in a bear market. That's the way I would describe it. What I think is probably going to happen is you're going to get more of that. More sideways movement, probably for at least a couple of months. I think you'll probably oscillate, as I said, around the 1.29 level and bounce off of a rising 200-day moving average. That's my best guess. So this is a trader's market. There's a lot of room in here to trade it, in my opinion, and back and forth, as opposed to an investor's market. That's my best guess for right now. What would I need to say that this market's going to skyrocket upward? I don't see this market skyrocketing upward in a sustainable fashion. All you have to do is look at it. It doesn't trade that way. Let's go back a little bit. You can see all the way through here, it just does not trade that way. So this was a parabolic move in March of 20. Remember, this was COVID. This was the beginning of COVID here. This parabolic move obviously was unsustainable. So this market basically trades in broad, almost sideways with a bias. So you can see upward bias, but tremendously sideways, and with an upward bias. Same thing here. We're trading sideways with an upward bias. I expect that to continue, but not much upward bias in this. Again, in the near term, the next month or month and a half, probably oscillating around the 129 level. What would change my opinion of that? Some other major event, not necessarily a COVID event, but it's always possible with any currency to get some kind of type of parabolic move. You can see we had a strong move here and then a complete collapse of it back to the 200-day. Something like that could happen. But in general, I'm looking for, regardless of the volatility, some sideways action on the stock for the next month. And this USDCAD, I'm looking for some sideways movement for the next month and a half on this. So that's the way I see it. Let's take a look and see what RBM Research says with its algorithms. Let's take a look today, the 31st. Our bottom is 1.306. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. So we have the USD versus the CAD. USDCAD is short, and so it's looking to short at 1.305, and then it gets a little higher as we come across. These are 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20-day holding periods. And this is again looking to short on the 1 day at 1.305. So let's see what's going on. 1.305. So we have not hit that yet. So the low for the day is 1.306. So we have not gotten into that. It looks like probably for some of the longer hold periods, it has. So it's hit some of these longer hold periods, but it has not hit these shorter periods to short. So that's where we are today. The way these work, you can look at the individual columns. They're all for entertainment purposes only. You have to use your own analysis. You can't use these for anything other than entertainment. But as of today, the 31st, these come out every morning before 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. And the 1 day hold, buy today or sell today, short today, depending on your analysis, and cover at the end of the trading day tomorrow, just before the end of the day, at a loss if you haven't taken a profit sooner. Same thing all the way down the line. 20-day hold would be buy or short today, depending on your own analysis, and close it out at a loss, worst case 20 days just before the market closed, or take your profits as soon as you got them. That means you take them today, tomorrow, the next day. As soon as you get the profits, if you get them, you take them, or worst case, close out at a loss at the prescribed holding period. So that's the way these work. And again, they come out Monday through Friday before 7 a.m. Absolutely no cost. You can get them all at rbmresearch.com. We cover 190 stocks, the major forex pairs I just showed you, BTC for cryptos, and the most liquid futures contracts. rbmresearch.com, there's a link in the description below. You just go there, sign up, and you get it all for free, no credit card required. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that. If you have a comment on how we can make these better, we'd love to hear it. Please leave it in the comment section below. Everything you've seen or heard on here, including the entry prices, are for entertainment purposes only. It's all our opinion. You definitely have to do your own analysis, and you can't use our stuff for anything other than entertainment. And you trade at your own risk.